Hi, what is it? Happy Thursday. I'm so happy to be here with you. It's always just one of the best parts of my week to spend a little bit of time together. And I'm coming to you today because I want to talk about a somewhat probably controversial topic of why intention setting is way more powerful than goal setting. And now there's a mind out there that is going, oh my God, what did she just say? What do you mean? Intention setting is way more powerful than goal setting. I've been taught that I can have what I want if I just set goals. Yes, so much of how our culture and how our society is run, is promoted, is in and around goals, helping us to accomplish getting to where we want to go, the dreams and the desires of our heart, in a quick, efficient, speedy, and abundant way. And I'm here to say, I don't believe that that's true, and I haven't experienced that. So I'm going to encourage you, very much encourage you, to set intentions and not goals for yourself when you have a dream or a desire, when you recognize that there's some sort of valued endeavor or project or task that you very much want to come into the accomplishment of or the having of. Don't set goals, set intentions. Here's why. Because goals are the slow way. Goals are the slow way to get what you want. And intention setting is the fast and the easier way to get what you want. And don't you want to get what you want? Don't you want to come into the having, into the experience, into the beingness of what it is that you want most, easy and fast? And intention setting is the way to do that. And so let me explain, and here's why. Intentions are the clear knowing of the direction that you would like to move in and into, yet with a very powerful twist on classical goal setting. A deep and honorable devotion to remain flexible to how and to when those dreams unfold. Now, there's going to be a mind, a thinking mind, and an ego goes, what do you mean? I don't want to be flexible about how and when my dreams unfold. I want them to unfold exactly when I want them to unfold and exactly the way I want them to unfold. Yes, because the ego believes that if it can control everything, yes, then it can be guaranteed smooth sailing, if you will. But here's what's faulty about that, if you will. So goals tend to be, not necessarily that you approach in this way, but they tend to be, yes, they tend to be linear, and they tend to be rigid, and they tend to be fairly extreme. Yes, so most of us believe that success and happiness can only be had if the goal is attained. Yes, if the goal is achieved in perfect accordance with the ego's plan. Yes, so the ego and the thinking mind goes, okay, here's what I want. I'm going to write down with my pad and my piece of paper or on the computer somewhere. Yes, I'm going to write down exactly how I believe I can come into the having of that dream or that desire or that experience or that opportunity as quickly, yes, and as abundantly and as easily as possible. Okay, and that sounds good. It sounds good, except, yes, the ego says, this is how I can have what I want. It declares that. Except that, in reality, the thinking mind can only really imagine a handful of ways by which it can receive, by which you can receive your deepest dreams and desires. The mind, in some ways, is limited like that. When we think of a dream or desire, very often, for most of us, we'll shut it down very quickly. And the reason we shut it down and the reason we go, that's not possible, that can't happen, that's not for me, is because we immediately begin thinking. We think about the dream and we get so excited about the dream and we're so lit up about the dream and we have so much great energy about the dream and we think about the dream and we love the dream and then we shut it down. That's not possible for me, because we begin to think about, we begin to consider how that can happen. And the mind at that moment cannot imagine how that dream or desire could ever happen for us. And so we squash it and we shut it down. Yes, so goals in that way too, are very linear and rigid. Goals are usually formed around the premise that I believe I can have this, and here's how I see I can have it, I can achieve it, therefore it is possible. But what I want to remind you of, what I want to share with you, is that while the mind can only imagine a limited number of ways that we can come into the having and the receiving of what it is that we want most, the universe, life, source, whatever name you want to call that larger benevolent energy, can imagine an unlimited number of ways. So let's say the human mind can imagine 5 ways I can have the romantic partnership, 5 ways I can have the abundant bank account, 5 ways I can begin traveling now, 5 ways that I can begin to lose the weight. The universe goes, I'm just picking an arbitrary number because of course it's unlimited, but the universe says, I have 100 million ways that I can show you, that I can easily deliver you from where you are to where you want to go. Yes? But we don't take any faith in that. We don't even look for the signs. We don't look for the signposts. All we look at is our goal list and how we believe it can come about for ourselves. Yes? And so it's very limited. And in that way, it's slow. It's slow because as long as we go, hey, these are the 5 ways I think I can have what I want, and these are the only 5 ways that I think I can have what I want and can come into the having of what I want, then we block off, we tune out any other inspiration or guidance or direction from universe, from source, from life that can see it all. Imagine you're driving on the highway. You're in your car driving on the highway. Let's imagine there's not Waze. Let's imagine there's not Google Maps and you can't just like plug it in and know what exit to get off. And just imagine that the universe is this one big gigantic helicopter in the sky. Yes, and it's 10 miles up the road. And it can see what's coming for you. It can see exactly where to get off. It can see the fastest way to get you from where you are to where you want to go, from where you are to the accomplishment and the having of your goal. Yes, you can't see it because you're in the car and all as far as you can see is just in front of your dashboard. Yes, but life can see all the ways to get you to your final destination quickly and easily and in the most joyful way possible. So it's as if universe could radio to you from the helicopter in the sky and say, hey, you're 10 miles back. I see you. There's a traffic jam up ahead. You should get off at this next exit. You would be really served from getting off at this next exit, the next one that's coming up. I know you weren't planning on doing that. You were going to just push through this traffic, but that's going to take you a really long time. Get off at the next exit. Yes? So universe has an unlimited number of ways to get us to what it is that we want fast and abundantly. So plugging in to this mindset and plugging into this faith requires one to be open-minded. Yes? Meaning as long as we remain small-minded and married to our plan of how goals and intentions or goals should unfold, then we cut ourselves off from the never-ending, never-tiring stream of abundance and inspiration that the universe is always providing for you if only you are listening, if only you are, these are my little spectacles, if only you're paying attention, right? Yes? So, because you see, humans, we've been conditioned to think that we have to go through steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, to get to what we want. But universe doesn't have to go through any of those steps. Universe can just go right there. Yes, and it's more than happy. Life, your friend, life, is more than happy to line up the people, the circumstances, the activities, the insights to escort you in the most pleasing of ways, like when you're driving on that highway, right, from here to there. Yet you'll miss that guidance, you'll miss that inspiration if you're so myopic in the achievement and the accomplishment of your goals that you see and hear nothing else but the parameters that are on the goal sheet. Yes? So for most of us, it's like we are students, I think I've talked about this before, we're students in a college course or a high school course or wherever it might be, and the teacher is talking, but we're so zoned out, we're looking out the window, we're totally zoned out, we're maybe only paying attention to our goals that we don't hear the teacher at all, and all we hear is want, 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 want. But maybe the teacher is telling us something really valuable. Yes? So it's going to require you to be open-minded. So partnering and co-partnering, partnering and creating and co-creating with the greatest teammate of all time, universe and life, requires us all to be open-minded. It requires us to not discount hear this please, not discount random occurrences as random and therefore meaningless. Rather slow down and consider if the out of the blue email, phone call, text, the red light, the waking up late, the running behind, losing the job, losing the partner, losing the money is anything but random. And in fact, a gem of inspiration by a loving and ever-present universe. Life, your friend, life, saying, hey, I know you were planning on going right, but have you considered going left? Yes? So this is absolutely not to intimate that you should not have aspirations, that you should not have material desires, that you should not want for accomplishments and accolades. You can. And it's one of the most delightful, pleasing reasons that the soul comes to the planet, to experience the amusement park, if you will, of living on planet Earth. And the wanting and the having of things, joyful things that make us feel good, is a fully acceptable part of that experience. But the human mind and we have been conditioned to believe that we can only have that which makes us feel good and joyful if we come up with a goal list and we follow it very strictly. Whereas the larger teaching, spiritual, metaphysical, energetic teaching is, hey, you don't have to do it on your own. It's not all up to you. You don't have to have a goal list that you strictly follow and that's the only way that you can have what you want. Universe and life is saying, hey, come into the knowing of what it is that you want. Do the appropriate and accurate sifting and sorting as you go through life of, yes, I would like this, and no, I would not like that, and yes, I would like this, and no, I would like that. Come into the clear knowing of what it is that you most want for yourself, and then set intentions to move forward inside the achievement of those things. But remain open-minded. Remain open-hearted. If something happens in life that's not on your goal sheet, that's not in accordance with number 3 on your bullet point list, or number 4, don't assume it's you being off track. Don't assume that something has gone wrong. Don't assume that you have failed. Step back, pause and think and ask yourself, oh, is this life helping me out? Is this universe saying, hey, I know you were going to do number 3, but actually if you skip to number 4, the whole thing's going to go a lot quicker. Or, hey, I know you were going to do number 3, but why don't we not do number 3 at all? I've got this other idea for you. I know you were going to spend the day doing this, but you know what's really going to serve you if you go do this? I was going to work yesterday. I was going to work because I have quite a lot of projects and a lot of clients right now. And my son's school was canceled. And we went to Disneyland instead. And at first, I was like, shit, I have so much work to do. I don't have time to do this. But you know what? Disneyland was so fun. And it just reinvigorated me. And it gave me so much energy. And it was such a good time. And I was reminded of what it feels like to be a child. And I was reminded of what it feels like to be in Fantasyland. And it actually gave me even more energy for my work today. And more inspiration. So my plan was to work. But the universe's plan was that I go to Disneyland. So I could feel really good about who I am and the life I'm living and the projects and the direction that I'm going in. I so hope that this has served you. In the comments below, I'm going to list out a couple examples of core intentions you can set for yourself, and then also what I call expanded variations of intentions. So you get an idea of what an intention is. And hopefully you can begin to work with those. I hope that this has served you. If you have any questions, any thoughts, any feelings, go ahead and just put them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. It looks like so many people joined in. Thank you, everyone who spent a little time with me. I appreciate your good energy. I appreciate you being here with me, and I really hope, again, that this served you. Okay, any questions, comments, put them below. Oh, thank you, Natasha. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for all the comments, everybody. Thank you, Nancy, everyone. Dr. Mara, thank you for being here. I see you all, and I have such a big heart full of love for you. So set intentions, not goals. Yes? And partner. Yes? Partner with the greatest teammate of all time, life and universe. And don't discount those random things happening in your life as random. Rather, maybe signs and inspirations and guidance and direction from universe saying, hey, this way. What you want is this way. This is the short way. Yeah? Okay. Mwah. So much love to you. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you soon. Bye.